It seemed like the normal script, as in recent weeks, where the team gets a goal but kind of has to either hold on late or keep pushing. What are you doing at halftime to help them kind of keep pushing and keep that momentum going?
I think it's game dependent. I think we're trying to support the guys. We're trying to highlight the real positives. We're trying to really highlight quickly the areas that we need to be better at, those threats. But based on the way the game goes, sometimes I'm nice, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm fast and sometimes I'm slow, right? Today I was pretty hard in the sense of I thought from 35 to 45 we dropped our intensity and we dropped our almost like our standards a little bit. We started to allow them to throw the ball in the box. We started to allow them too much possession. We weren't really pressing the passes, which were not only denying them goal chances, but we were creating moments. We were regaining and creating moments from them. The goal is from this moment. But when you don't do it, you give teams a chance to get back in the game and build confidence and build momentum. And with a guy like Christian Benteke, balls in the box are incredibly dangerous. So I thought the most positive part of our performance tonight was how we gained control and we become assertive and we were dominant in second half.
JJ here in the front.
Hey Nick, JJ with Bad Dog Sports. Congrats on the win. After Mounsef missed that last goal, he was seen going to the sidelines and putting his head in his hands. As a coach, what do you say to him at this point?
Yeah, well, firstly, if you look at the I don't know if it shows on the broadcast, but he was coming out anyway for Jovan, so it wasn't based on the goal chance. But I understand he was on the TV broadcast and they showed him and he looked emotional. I think this is completely normal, huh? Like you have a huge desire to score goals and you are showing incredible potential to take your career from here to here, and you're getting in these goal chances, but you're not taking them. And at some point you get to the place where, because you're trying and trying and trying and you're working incredibly hard and you're seeing 8 out of 10 things go in the right, moving in the right direction, you get emotional. I was pretty emotional last season when we tied all those games we played, right? I just didn't have a camera in my face. It's normal, and I love it. I'm supporting him, I believe in him, I can continue to give the same messages. I just spoke to the guy in there, and he's fine. Just got to keep working. The one bit that he wants to gain in his game is the hardest part of the game, right? And he is going to get there, and I'm going to support him, and every staff member is going to believe and support him, and his teammates are all around him now. He's getting killed by the team for because that's the way we are. The group is together, and got to keep going, right?
Juan.
Juan Carlos for Empire Sports Media. Coach, James Sands and now Santi Rodriguez, you've been part of their process for 100 games for each player. Just your thoughts on both players and their milestones by today.
We gave James a shirt in the midweek. He got his 100 shirt because in the training facility we have a board outside that is the 100 Club. James was added to it this week, a momentous moment for him because he's a homegrown, because he's an academy guy, because he is somebody that's gone through the ranks, young player. He's wore the captain's armband. He's now a mainstay in the team, and I'm proud of James. He is also playing his best football for a long time. So means a lot to him and his family, means a lot to me to be part of that. And, he has to continue to play well so that as he racks up these hundreds, he can look at it and think, how many games has he played at the best of his ability? Santi, I thought it was a masterclass tonight from Santi Rodriguez. And I think when he plays like that, our team shines because he is our guy, right? And to have him 100 games is an incredible achievement for a guy like Santi Rodriguez, who, has a ring from 2021. That was a really important guy in 22 and last year 23. And this year, if he continues to play like he did tonight, I'd love him to play another 100.
You can.
Justin Egan, the outfield. During the press conference this week, you said you wanted to limit service into Benteke. He wound up with only 2 shots and none on target. How do you feel like you executed that part of the game plan?
I think I highlighted it in part of the game plan. I thought the players, Thiago Martins, Burke Reesa, James Sands, Keaton Parks, Micha Ilinic, Kevin O'Toole, executed it incredibly well. He's impossible to play against. His numbers last season and this season from direct balls, aerial balls and crosses show that. And he's going to be top again. He's top of the expected goals. He's a striker that played for Liverpool Football Club, right? Played Premier League football and has played for Belgium national team. He's at number 9 that is going to cause incredible problems in this league. And we highlighted it. We actually have a 7-foot number 9 in our under-17s called Adam Bassi that they trained against him 3 days this week to prepare. And I thought tonight they executed it incredibly well.
Okay, we'll do a couple more. We're here in the front.
Oh, sorry. Javier, City Boys, Julian back-to-back goals. How hard is it for him to, keep him on the bench when he has these type of performances?
Impossible. But we're doing it, right? No, I spoke with Julian this week. He was super close this week. And the nature of DC and their style and the type of game that DC want to play, I really thought it suited Hannes Wolf, the transitional nature, the aggressive nature. I didn't think it was for a wide winger, a dribbling winger, a real creative, talented winger like Julian. But I did say that he would come in and be the difference. And I'm not a genius. I just know that once the game opens up and once the game is free-flowing, Julian is going to be at his best. So he's pushing really hard. His work rate is really improving. His ability with the ball to be just in build-up and just be involved in the game is really improving. One thing he brings is that individual moment, right? And he had the goal chance and he put it in. So we're just going to continue to push him and continue to demand high standards and improve performances from a young player that is really, really hungry.
Okay, last question here.
And at the start of the season, Nick, it seemed like you were at a point where you kind of had who your 11 were to a degree, and I would think you're happy about it. It seems you're getting to a point now where you're really starting to have to make decisions and guys competing for spots.
Yeah, I said in there, when I've said before when people talk about the sort of facts that I haven't repeated 11s, and that's the truth, right? And I'm open that I haven't repeated 11s because we haven't gained form. We haven't gone back-to-back wins where we've repeated the same performance. The Atlanta game, the offensive data that we got from the game, from the performance, showed that it was a really increased offensive performance, box entries, expected goals, and that's the direction we want to go in. We want to be an attacking team, right? Then we do the same at New England, but we get the 3 points and we keep a clean sheet. Now we've done it. Now a winning team, it becomes really difficult, right? Because the distance between those players that play and those players that don't can become big. You can feel isolated when you don't play. But as a team, it's a collective objective. The objective collectively is to be a winning team and to get in the postseason and be in the top 4 and then be the first team. And that takes everybody. We don't know what's around the corner. An injury, a red card, a suspension for 5 yellow cards, a dip in performance, an illness. You don't know. So the guys that aren't in the team have to be ready. They have to continue to train. They have to continue to be engaged. And the good thing about our group is they are. There is real enthusiasm and buy-in and energy in the players that haven't played in these last 2 or 3 games when the performances have been really high. And when you bring players off the bench and they become the impact, they become the difference, everyone starts to see that. So it's my job as the manager, it's our staff's job and it's our leadership's job to continue to move forward collectively because the objective is really clear for us.
Last question now.
John from Substack. Thiago Martins, I think he continues to grow and get better every game. I thought he had an excellent performance tonight. He was in good positions. He cut out a couple of dangerous balls. Can you just talk about his performance and also his partnership with Burke and how that continues to grow? Yeah,
I think ultimately we want to be an attacking team. We want to be a team that creates goal chances, that entertains. But that all starts from a real defensive, solid base, whether it be, pushing the line and pressing, whether it be dropping out and defending the box. It starts with our goalkeeper, Matt Freese. It starts with our 2 central defenders, Burke Reesa, Thiago Martins, and James Sands. That's the solid base, and we build everything around that. And I think those 4 have been excellent over the last 3 games. Thiago Martins is showing leadership. He's showing real maturity for a guy that is wearing our captain's armband. And I think the likes of Burke Reese, Burke is becoming a real leader in our group and a real presence in the dressing room. I'm proud of him. Matt Freese is keeping clean sheets, so he'll stay happy for another 5 days. And James Sands, I've said, he's playing his best football, so that bleeds into the rest of the team, and the rest of the team will go off that. I thought our two fullbacks tonight were probably collectively against a crossing team the best they've played. So it's positive, but we've got to keep our feet on the floor and keep working. It's only 2 wins back to back with another home game approaching.